This means something.
The Escape Pod.
Welcome to Turnstile Records presents The Escape Pods. We've got a new voice in the pod today. I'm JezBot,
I'm Timmy Taco.
and as promised,
No?
it's you.
That is me.
No, we've given you your handle today. So
Have you?
you're CynCity.
I quite enjoy
Yeah.
that handle.
Okay, cool.
CynCity, welcome. Thank you for dropping in on a Sunday afternoon.
Thank you. For
Brutally hungover.
Yup.
We don't usually do it on a weekend.
No.
We usually do it on a weeknight, but lately we've been doing weekends. So
Yeah, because
It's all
we're
right.
professionals and we're all drinking peppermint tea rather than beers today.
Yeah.
yeah, first time drinking water, Jeremy.
Yeah,
we were saying
it's
earlier.
weird stuff.
Strange.
Yeah, strange stuff.
Goes down smooth.
It's
Refreshing.
It is refreshing.
Smooth and refreshing.
And it's clearing my nasal passages, which is which is good. I've been having blood noses from all the sniffing. Yeah,
You are a blood nose kind of guy.
I am.
You bleed from the head a lot.
I do. I have bled from the head a lot. I've been blowing my nose so constantly for the last 2 weeks that I think I've done some internal damage.
Quick nose question: if you bleed from the nose, are you blowing too hard? It's like if you bleed from the bum, you're pushing too hard, right?
Right.
So, nose too much. So I'd
Yes.
never ever get blood noses. Are you a nose bleeder?
I have had once in my life.
Was that from a?
No, just randomly
Bash?
sitting in math class.
Oh,
and
that'll-
just too
that'll-
much.
that'll
Too
do it.
much.
Too much.
Yeah.
So
Too much math.
Are you not a mathematician either?
I'm not, but I do quite enjoy it. But maybe that day I was straining a little bit too hard with
So-
the new
So you're the
neurons.
brains of the group,
Yeah,
right?
because we have a maths issue on
Not knowing how to
podcast.
do it.
We can't. We just don't know. anything.
Really?
No,
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. It's a good skill to have.
Yeah, there's calculators now, though. They always said, you're
Yeah,
not going to
that's
have a
right.
calculator when you're walking around the streets, and turns
I
out we do.
said my thing was when I was growing up. This is before. Technically, I invented the iPhone. Technically.
Technically.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was inventing when I said it, but now in hindsight, I invented it. I
Okay.
just didn't have the means to do it. My thing was I didn't really commit to learning my turns tables.
Turnstile tables.
Times tables.
Turns tables. My times tables. And there was this big thing about, no, you got to learn it. It's a skill you're going to need for the rest of your life. I said, no. In the future, we are going to be carrying around a device that will be able to
Have
like
my
a
times
calculator.
tables
Not
on
a
it.
calculator, but something like that.
Like an abacus.
Yeah, abacus.
Oh my gosh.
That's the one with the little beads, right?
Yeah, with the beads.
Yeah, we're all going to have
a
an
rainbow
abacus in our top
Could have a
pocket.
rainbow one.
So you basically had a piece of paper with timetables on it and masking tape, and you stuck it to your pencil
I was
case.
thinking, no, maybe I invented the nerd. Because I was going to have a calculator and pens and all the convenient things in my top pocket.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it turns out that's what nerds
Pocket
do.
protectors.
Yeah.
Speaking of fancy new fandangled Hoover
the
Watsits,
fidget spinner.
I'm holding a fidget spinner, and I came in earlier on and just started playing with it, and then I realised I'd been doing it for 25 minutes without actually...
Well, that's good because that
Paying
segues
attention.
into my news story.
Okay.
Because I had that out and I didn't expect you to be fidgeting with it so much, but it
is
ties
fidgety.
into
Yeah,
ties into the news. Yeah,
crap.
And if I give you this,
Have a
you
spin.
can't
Disappear off the
you
podcast.
need to be talking as well.
you
not
can't just,
just
be spinning the whole
fidgeting.
time. Well,
I don't want to look at that too closely, actually.
Too much spinning.
exactly.
Too much-
It's
too much fidgeting.
It's drawing me in, man. A pastor has slammed fidget spinners as the work of the devil, as they force children to make a sign of the
Wow.
devil while playing with them.
It's like the symbol.
Give me
isn't
that.
it?
Is it?
Serious?
You're right.
Or is it like the rock symbol?
So,
Shout to the devil!
I mean,
I can see the rock symbol now. That's.
I want to rock,
Yeah.
fidget.
I want to
Fidget, spin. Take it for a spin. Religious
right.
leader Juan Mirano Avalos says the innocent looking device is in fact a one-way path straight to the devil himself.
Straight to hell.
Maybe it's just the way that he holds it. Is there any? You haven't seen any instructions like this is the correct way to
Two fingers
do it.
instead
'Cause
of one.
I was doing it with my
I don't think
my
there's
two
a-
pincers.
There's a correct
You're
way
on
to
the
use
okay
it.
sign.
in between my index and my thumb, not between my two fingers when doing the sign of Satan. Nevertheless, he uploaded a controversial video explaining the theory that spinners come from the dark side, and children should be stopped from playing with them. I'd like to take that to the creator and say,
What, the
you-
creator?
Was
Like
that the
upstairs?
the fidget spinner, which is a toy made to relieve stress and nervous energy, which is bullshit because it's made to make money. Classic example. Audrey came to me, I want a fidget spinner. I'm like, what the hell is a fidget spinner? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, they're at the $2 shop. I'll show you what they are. So we went in there, and no shit, there was fucking 20 kids at the counter.
Lining up.
She goes, she's telling me the whole way before we got there. Oh, they're only $7. They're $7. $7.
$7.
$2
We got there, and these kids were scrambling to buy them for $14. They got up double in price. We're talking yo-yos. You got your
Marbles.
What about those Tazo things?
Tazos.
Tazos.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got your what else you got?
Nerf guns.
Yeah. Wristbands.
Except they're cool.
The
Snap-
wristies.
snap-
Snap your
wrist-
wristies.
Oh, they were awesome.
They were great.
Or those things that you push inside out and you put them on the ground and then they pop up.
Bubble,
Pop up.
Bubble.
Pop.
We should probably play Getting to Know You right now.
Well,
to
well,
see
let me-
where
I'll
you're
finish-
at.
I'll
What
finish this story.
generation? What generation?
I'll finish
you grew
the
up
story
in,
and then we'll get into it
Okay.
because I think that
That
the
is a bit of
fidget spinners in that are
generation thing.
they really are a window into the soul. So if
Sorry.
we say Jax,
Yes.
you know you're from the 50s/60s, right?
Correct.
Because Jax was all the rage. You know what Jax is?
The cleaning powder.
Sure. that's Jax.
Oh, sorry.
You know those jacks?
Ajax.
They were like bones, like
They actually were bones.
Yeah.
Sheep's
bones.
Yeah.
and you I don't know. You flip a coin and then you have to pick the jack.
No,
up
I think
or-
I think that you get a rubber Super Bowl and
Oh,
you
yeah.
bounce it, and in time that it bounces, you got to pick up as many jacks as you can and catch the ball.
Right.
Forget it. It was
Nah.
fucking boring.
Yeah.
So they invented the yo-yo.
Why didn't they invent the fidget spinner?
Why didn't they? In fucking deed.
Why did they invent the Nintendo Game Boy?
Yeah.
That would have been way better.
Why didn't they invent something more fun and less bony? So the pastor from Paraguay
That's what she said.
holds. Yeah,
Ah.
exactly. that's one.
Thanks.
No worries. There's different ways to use it. He demonstrates how you raise your index finger and pinky, like the sign of Satan. The other position is just as terrible, according to Pastor Jim. You hold the spinner with your thumb and forefinger,
Which is making
holding
an okay
up.
sort of.
No, which is doing the symbol 6, as in 666.
Aha.
So you're going, well, your fingers are up, you got your index finger down, and you got your thumb up.
It's making a 6.
It's making a kind of 6, and then you've got the 3-ended thing, which is symbolizing times 3. It's a fucking twist.
It's a stretch.
It's a
It
stretch.
is a
Massive
stretch.
Because you could go down the line of it's the Holy Trinity of
Sure.
you know
Correct.
it's the
It
three.
represents
it
the
does represent.
Father,
Yeah,
the Son.
and religion's
Holy Spirit.
religion's just
Holy-
a, religion
Holy
is just a
Ghost,
big
yep.
spin, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the end, so you see what I did there. So, so we do a thing called getting to bro you. It's usually
Getting to
because
bro
we
me,
don't
huh?
have
Sounds
female
wrong.
co-hosts apart from
Okay.
Katie. She
hello,
sure is.
Katie.
She's up the duff,
She's
as they
about to
say.
pop.
Do they say that anymore?
No, it's highly offensive.
She's cooking the bun.
The bun is in the oven.
The bun is in the oven.
She's almost ready to take it out and press the top of the cake to see if it's cooked yet. She reckons she's got 2 more episodes, but I said, Cin's coming in, she's going to totally take over your role.
She's
So what do you
stepping
think
in.
about that? And she's like, well, I'm going to fight her.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent.
yeah, let's
Yeah.
do a fight
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah,
It's
I
great.
could totally
Slappy
fight
slap
an
slap.
awesome pregnant
Okay, you
chick
beat
like
the shit
Katie.
out of her.
Yeah.
She's so pregnant. So you growing up, I guess we go straight to the thing. Did you have a fad growing up? You don't have to reveal your age. But you do have to reveal your fad.
I'm an 80s child.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
sure.
right, that's
Okay.
cool.
No
That's
doubt,
cool.
no
No
doubt.
doubt, no doubt.
So is that X or Y? Or are you on the
The
cusp?
early 80s.
Early 80s? I reckon X. I
Yeah.
reckon you just
81
got in.
represent?
81, yeah, I think you just
Represent.
got in. Because I'm
What's that
70.
X?
I'm 76.
I'm 78.
78. We're definitely Generation X.
X to the Y.
And then Y
What is the definition of Generation X?
It is between 75 and 85, I think. So I think you just slip in there.
Well, what makes us Generation X?
Because we're like, the X
X-Men,
generation.
man.
X generation.
Uncanny X-Men.
I don't know. Maybe we'll look that up and have an answer by the end of the show.
Yeah, because now they got that new term, the millennials.
Millennial Falcons?
A millennial.
Yeah.
Are you a millennial? I
Yeah.
do like making memes, I must admit. So that must
Okay.
make me a bit of a millennial.
No. So
It's
you
got nothing
that
to
means
do when I
you've
was
adapted.
born.
You might
I've
have adapted. Do you know what I mean?
Ah,
So
I will not adapt
So
to
I
fidget
would
spinners. I'm just saying.
you're not
Put
going
it out
to.
there.
No,
you're not
do
going
it,
to spend
don't
your
do
whole
it.
day fidgeting.
Nah.
Put that thing away, Tim.
Yeah,
Sure.
get it out of here. Can you
Yeah.
just
The
set
fucking
it
devil.
on fire? for
Satan.
God's sake?
Satan.
You
Be
can't,
gone.
you can't destroy it every time you burn it.
spins
It just
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just comes back renewed.
Okay, so the question is.
No, well, because we all existed before the internet, right?
Yes.
So we've
Yes.
got a little bit of perspective on, what it was like.
to try to entertain yourself
Yeah.
as a
What it
child.
was
Yeah.
like to answer the phone and take a message on a notepad.
Yeah.
What it was like to not have any concept of anything other than dial up. And,
Oh, dial up.
You know what
Loved
I mean?
it. Or a fax machine at home.
Fax
Sending
machine.
faxes at
Wow.
home. Yeah.
That's still quite popular, right? The
Yeah,
fax?
apparently.
Fax machine.
Yeah.
Don't know
I'd
about
hate
the
to say it,
fax.
even in the health industry, faxes
Really?
are still quite popular.
Right.
Oh, I would have put fax up there with pager.
Oh.
Do
Yeah.
doctors still use
Yeah,
pages?
they need pages.
Fuck me dead.
It's easy to hand out after shifts and stuff. But-
I get it.
You're in the health
That's
industry.
a serious
Okay.
topic there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
And how was your health last night?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to Bali next month, actually, and I was looking up, stuff to do in Bali that don't involve boogie board bags. But apparently you can get IV drips.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
order an IV drip to come to your hotel room.
Oh, if you're
From there?
severely hungover.
Yeah, or you end up with dengue or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can get your
It's just
little
is it-
vitamin C boost or
Love it.
the
Is it gonna
hangover
be full of
special.
barley water.
Oh,
This is-
Chronic case of barley belly via the bloodstream.
they have one of those as well, the Bali Belly special
Okay.
IV. But
Have you ever been to Bali?
no,
Okay.
never thought
Okay.
I'd go, but going.
Stay
That's
away.
good.
Stay out of Kuta. That's where all the Australians are.
Yeah.
Too many
Kuta.
tourists.
You're gonna stay with Gobby? You know
Oh, I forgot he's over there.
Yeah, he's there. He lives there 6
Yeah.
months a year.
Who?
And
That's
Gorbs.
right.
Oh yeah.
Gobby. What's his nickname? Don't answer that. Shut up.
We still haven't answered.
He
not.
because I ran into him up at the pub when we were up there the other week, and he was like, "Oh my god, you have to come over! You have to come over anytime. You can stay with me for like 3
Yeah.
weeks.
I'm
and it'll cost you $200.
lonely.
I think it's $200 a week or something.
Stay with him.
Yeah,
All right.
and he's got a villa off the side of his house there.
Oh, wow.
He goes over there for six months and parties and holidays and whatever, and then comes back for the snow season, and then
What snow
works.
season?
Yeah, exactly. Aha, topical.
Sorry.
So
Very
what
controversial.
game did you play?
Oh, sorry.
shit.
Oh, we want to answer my question. Games. All right. Well, I do remember when Dad went out into the backyard and started gardening, he'd cut down the branches. So I'd dig holes and plant the branches and
Okay.
ended up making a forest
Okay.
one
Cool.
time.
Oh,
That
cool.
was
Twigs?
that was pretty cool.
That was
yes.
cool.
Okay.
Heaps of twigs.
So no, I would
Dad
say
hated it,
You were
but-
not a My Little Pony girl.
I did have one or two of those.
Yeah.
My sister and I did play with Barbies a little bit, but they were more adult games related with the
Right.
Barbies.
Uh-huh,
Right.
uh-huh.
As opposed to princesses, they were definitely warriors. And I think we had like
Cool.
Sheila's castle thing. So
Okay.
Barbie lived in Sheila's castle. She had to be cool.
Is that Grayscale?
Are you talking about Shira?
Shira?
Yeah.
Shira, sorry.
Sheila
Oh,
is
Sheila, the
is
Aussie version. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Aussie
that's
version
right.
of Shira.
She-Man.
That's the Thai version.
Sheila. Yeah.
Okay, well that's answered another question. You have a sibling. You have a sister.
do have a
That's
sibling.
good. And any others up in there? Any other siblings? Just the one.
Just me and my sister.
Right.
Yeah.
Older, younger.
Younger.
Okay.
Right.
No doubt, no doubt, no
Is she
doubt.
hot? No doubt. No doubt.
She is at the moment. She's training to do like a bodybuilding transformation posing competition.
Sweet.
So
The
Sweet.
full thing.
like the full thing,
No
not the
shit.
bikini.
It's
Not the
always
bikini section. There's
section.
another one like a figure, like an
Okay.
actual, like not full testosterone.
No.
I was going to say,
She-man.
Sheila.
Sheila.
Sheila needs to go over to Bali with you and get some of those IV drip injections before this
Yeah.
bodybuilding competition.
Roid
up.
up.
So, yeah. Also, they love doing that in Thailand. You go over there and there's just these beefcake like dudes that are massive, and they go over there to juice up and work out for like a month at a time because it's all legal.
Yeah, but then you come back and then you're a drugs cheat, right? Or is steroids kind of like, we know you guys are on it. This competition is...
I have no idea,
not
actually.
in your sister's case. I'm talking more on the
For bodybuilding,
bodybuilders, the blokes.
I think they all know that they're all juiced up, man.
So they
They
just
have
skip
to.
the test.
Yeah. I mean,
It's just
Arnie's not going to look like that without...
He's admitted it, I think.
Yeah.
Hasn't he? Yeah.
And Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, got
He's-
busted as he was coming into Australia.
Oh, he's never stopped. He's never stopped using it from
No.
when he started.
Really?
Yeah, always used it. That's
No
why he looks
wonder he
that way.
looks so amazing. Just
So amazing.
That's
He actually
how
speaks
Blah.
normally, but when he's on the roids, that's how he feels.
That's how I felt this morning when you called me and said, "You coming? You ready to go, Jezza?"
Who is this? Who is this?
How is this?
Yes.
So that's getting to bro you, I guess. We'll
I
find
think
out
I had
more.
all right. So all right. This
You got
is
more?
this is one more. You're in a expensive perfume shop. Okay?
Yes.
And you're inspecting one of the testable perfumes, but it's a $700 bottle.
Right.
Okay.
Mm.
You're looking
Chanel,
at it.
probably.
Yeah, Chanel. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You chuck a bit
Is
on.
it-
Parfum.
Is it Cherie? This is the Australian version.
Yeah, Cherie. Yeah, you're looking at a $700 bottle. of
Chappelle.
Cherie. Chappelle, beautiful. And then spray. You step into it. Yeah. I like the smell. It smells of boogie board and Bali Beach.
The ocean, yeah.
Yep. And
And the law.
then you drop the bottle. Smashes. Everybody looks at you.
Whoops.
Yep.
My
So are you
dear, oh
a?
dear.
Are you a? I'm out of here. I'm just bailing. Or are you a?
I'll buy it.
I'll offer to buy. I'll insist to buy it, but
No,
refusal.
it's the
No?
tester bottle. Catcha, see ya.
that's it.
And it's insured, I would say.
So there is
Yep.
that'd be the general rule. If there's a tester bottle, because
Hmm.
it happened to a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Oh
right.
dear.
Yeah, and she offered to. I'll offer to to pay for
To
half of
pay,
it. And they took the
really?
money.
Oh, really?
I said, "No, dude, no,
Hmm.
you don't have to do that."
Who's that?
So that's
Call her out.
Names
Names will be named.
Yeah,
today, Tim.
no. I'm with what you're saying. I would just go test
What
the bottle.
perfume would cost $700 a bottle? I've never seen it.
$200,
Jesus.
$150.
It's is it one of Justin Bieber's new fragrances?
Made out of angel tears or something.
That's
Yeah.
right.
What's Justin Bieber?
I must admit, I did buy Britney Spears' perfume.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
What did that smell like?
like strippers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
stripper
Strippers,
perfume.
yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Sweet strippers.
Mm.
Okay, so I've got another story here.
Mm.
Or have you got a story?
I did have a news kind of discussion.
Okay.
I was just commenting to a friend of mine the other day that we'd stopped hearing about Fukushima, that the impact of Fukushima and the tsunami
Mm,
was affecting our food source on the planet.
for
Of
sure.
course it was.
And it turned out that my friend who I was talking about this topic with brought up the fact that it's no more radiation than what a banana gives off.
Yeah.
And
We're
I'd
always
never
going on
heard
about
of-
bananas.
I'd never
and
heard of this
radioactive, Yeah.
You ever heard of the
Banana-
radioactive banana thing?
The BED, banana equivalent dose. Nah, never
Okay.
heard of it before.
So if you want to ripen an avocado,
yeah,
right? There's
put
two
them in a
ways.
bag, bananas.
No, put it with bananas.
Mm.
Yeah, and the radioactivity of the banana reacts with the avocado.
Not
ripening
sure
it.
about that.
True.
I
Prove me
didn't know
wrong,
that
Dr. Google.
that's
I thought it was
why.
gas. I thought it was a gas that ripens.
Yeah, but what's the gas? It's a radioactive gas.
Okay.
Let's just say yes. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and.
It's another
I
podcast.
don't know about that.
Fact.
Yeah.
Shut up. You're my guest.
Yes. Sir.
And I was at the I was at Coles in the fruit section, and a guy had dropped his keys, and I went to this little old guy, and I'm going, "Oh, mate, I think you dropped your keys." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, cool." We were both at the avocado stand. We both touched the avocado at the same time.
Put your avocado in the bowl.
No, it's
kind
the
of-
avocado.
was that-
the
was that
avocado
kind of
was rock
moment?
hard, right? And then I said to the kids, forget it, the avocados they're not ripe. They're too hard. It's too much. And I have to buy bananas to ripen them. Well, I wasn't into it. And the old guy said, "Oh, you know, all you got to do to ripen an avocado is you cover it in foil, you put it in the oven at 120 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes, I think it was."
Is this a
I heard
science fact?
Oh, is it?
I think it is, but it changes the way the avocado tastes.
It kind of it's like partly cooking it.
Did you try it?
No, I haven't done it. But I
So
assume
you
that's what
need to need to once you've heated it up to that, you need to
You gotta eat it.
the whole thing.
You're there to
Oh,
that
right. You
avocado-
can't
that
just like
avocado's-
put it back in the fruit bowl.
I don't think you can.
No, I don't
No.
think you can. It wouldn't be the same.
Because as it
No,
cools down, it's
'cause
going to go
it's
very
like-
mushy and
it's cooked. It's the same idea as
Sounds
like if you
amazing.
take something out of the freezer, you defrost it. You can't refreeze it. You're not doing that, are you?
No.
Don't.
Mum and Dad got home from overseas really must go, and they had pulled out a full chicken out of the freezer, and it was just sitting there on the bench.
Yeah,
And
yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, defrost it, best way.
Can you?
Yeah, you can do
Yeah.
that.
Defrosted chicken.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's the rule is, JezBot, you'll find.
Water everywhere.
Let's
Water,
just take a drink. No, that it's 6 hours cumulative
Yeah.
outside in raw state
Mm.
before it starts turning. So you can thaw it out,
Mm.
but it's not until it's thawed out that the 6 hour process really starts. So if it's sitting on the bench at room temperature, 6 hours, it's going to turn. But then if you cook it, it's like a reset, and then you've got 6 hours.
With the cooked chicken.
So when you get
Sounds complicated.
when you get the world's worst food poisoning that I got from Red Rooster, because I can't
Really?
resist those
Strip subs.
strips of chicken rolls that they zap in the microwave. And I worked at Red Rooster for a little while there. Shout out Red Rooster. And
Yeah, I guess.
yeah, no doubt. Got fired from that. I'll tell you that in a second. They used to take the chickens that didn't sell, take all the meat off, separate the white from the dark, and then make the chicken rolls out of that. So you don't know how long it's been raw for. You don't know how long it was sitting there for. Then it's cooked. Then it's fridged after that. So somewhere in that process,
Guts
it
are turned,
exceeded
right?
Yeah.
the 6 hours, and I had this chicken roll, and I got like I was eating it going. And then Vanessa was like, I don't think this roll's right. Gave me her one. I'm like, and I nearly died.
Yeah.
Really?
Really
Hospitalized?
hospital the works.
Holy shit.
And they're like, I actually went into the hospital, and they went, Pizza Hut, and I went, no, Red Rooster. They said, oh, that's weird because we've got another 15 people in here with Pizza Hut food poisoning tonight.
Oh.
Whoa.
From the Pizza Hut that used to be across the road
Yeah,
from
Notting
the
Hill.
Yeah, how's that?
Which is down
Oh, the all-you-can-eat ice cream buffet thing.
to that was
yeah, cool.
fucked.
So
Yeah.
are you from that area? Did
No,
you
I
grow
grew up out in Mulgrave, which
Okay.
is now
So a
Willis
country
Hill.
girl.
Yeah, country girl. It was a long commute into Oakley on the
Yeah,
693 bus.
Yeah,
Big
big shout out to
693
693
represent.
bus, yeah.
Yeah.
because that was the only way to get around in those
You used
days.
to have smoke. They used to have ashtrays in
Yeah, I
the,
do
at the
remember
693. And you could smoke. That's showing our age.
That is.
Smoking on the bus.
Yeah. Do you want to know how I got fired from Red Rooster?
I would
Oh,
love
yes,
to
go
know,
on.
Tim.
Because I every once in a while I'd cook extra chips, and there'd be chips there, and we're at the back, no one can see us, so it's just every once in a while it's just like have a chip.
Test the product.
Then the manager came out and saw me eating a chip and went, no, no chips. Don't eat chips. Don't do it. Right? Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, yeah, cool. I thought you're a bit of a bitch for saying that to me. So she went out the front, did a little thing, and then I did the old grabbed the chip and went. I actually physically did that with my head going, I'm going to eat the chip. I went, huh? And she walked back out and saw her, and she's like, what the hell are you doing? Eating chips?
You got fired over chips.
Got fired.
Yeah.
They are the best chips, I think, out
Pretty
of
good
all
chips. Pretty good chips.
of them. Is it the Roosters chips are the best out of KFC and Macca's.
Yeah.
Because
it's more of a
The
chip
Hungry
than
Jacks
a
have
fry.
up their game.
Have they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We used to do the rounds, like go up to Hungry Jack's and then KFC.
Some
on
of
the-
each.
Yeah, just up on Princess Highway.
I always wanted to do
Not a
that.
bad
And then
chip
back
on.
down to Red Rooster. This is when I lived on Stanley Avenue.
Yep.
So you'd get the best of all of them.
All the chips.
That's sick.
All of them.
And then it's like some kind of junk food feast.
Clearly,
Some
Sunday hangover
yeah.
situation.
So
Could you chuck a KFC chicken bucket piece into a Red Rooster,
Rooster wrap.
sub roll?
That's crazy talk, Tim.
It is.
Friends of ours are doing a mini podcast at the moment, the Raw Lab Radio Boys,
Oh, yep.
and it does it Jaffle.
Okay.
So you would Jaffle or are you Breville?
Toasted sandwich.
I do know what a toasted sandwich is.
Yes,
Yeah, but when you
It's a squashed toasted sandwich, isn't
but
it?
when you say it,
Jaffle.
you say Jaffle.
Jaffle.
Okay, cool.
Because you're a camper, aren't you? You're a camping kind of a
I do
gal.
like camping.
And so you got one of those, right?
I do have one of those, yes.
Wrought iron, is it?
Double one.
Yeah, right.
Okay, cool.
Because those
Double-
they
double
super
Jaffle.
heat, super heat though. If you put those beans
Oh, yeah.
in that Jaffle and you put it in the fire for too long,
Breville's a
ooh.
brand name, right?
Breville's the brand name.
Brand name of the Jaffle maker.
Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
Jaffle's original. Anyway, these guys on this podcast, it's called Does It Jaffle, and
Yeah.
they just sit there and they just get anything they can, see if it jaffles. They did the other day Big Macs
Oh, yeah.
and jaffled the Big Mac, and it like
Oh.
tastes sensation.
In between bread or just chuck
No,
it
you
on
just
the
chuck it
Jaffle?
on the
Right.
thing, and whoosh,
That's awesome.
steaming up. They did
Yeah.
cheeseburgers.
Oh.
Think about that. That's a
I'm
fucking
sorry,
sick idea.
I'm sucker for a cheesy with a hash brown in it.
Yeah, right.
True that.
Oh,
The
yeah.
best.
hash
Yes.
brown in it.
Yep.
I've
Yeah.
never done
Yeah.
that. Never
Really?
done it. Never
Yep.
done it.
So
Come on,
good.
bro.
I put the fries in there, but I never thought to get a hash brown.
Nah, it's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yep.
It's hard to do.
What do you mean it's hard
because
to
the
do?
breakfast menu on the
24/7.
yeah, it is now. But how
But
did you
back
do
in-
that back in the day?
No, this is only a recent occurrence.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. Vanessa and
Maybe
I
last
invented
night.
the new chicken Big Mac that they've got going now. You
Oh,
see?
doing that for ages.
Yeah, and Vanessa and I invented that when she was working at McDonald's 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
We were trying desperately to reinvent
The burger world.
no, because you could do specialty burgers. So you if you order something there, they have to cook it. Right? They have to do it. So we invented the chicken Big Mac.
Is that the same time you were inventing iPhones?
iPhone, yeah. Invented
yeah.
the iPhone. I may or may not have invented the internet.
Yep. Don't know how.
Don't know how. I'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is...
I was going to just ask just about your hangover over
Yep.
there, Sin.
Excuse me.
Would you answer any questions about what happened last night, or you just don't want to go into it?
Oh, there's nothing really. It's just a couple of young lasses
Yeah.
and a
Out in
few
the town.
bottles of bubbles.
How did it start though? Didn't start with the lasses, did it?
No, it did not.
No. Was there was there a lucky lad involved? Was there a lucky
I
lad?
may have met up with a lad prior to that.
Right.
Yes.
How did that go? He's not going to listen to this.
He
is
actually told me a really great story about the Gatwick.
Okay.
Yeah, because he lived down St Kilda Way.
Ah,
And,
that was the stabby pub.
stabby with the
Hotel.
needle,
Yeah.
not just the knife kind of situation.
I don't know that story.
Oh, you don't know of the Gatwick
I don't
on
look at-
Fitzroy Street?
No, I don't look at the news or listen to the news.
It's
or
a bit
have
of a
radio or
halfway,
anything.
old school halfway house. It's been
Okay.
around for decades.
Yep.
It's probably the last of the really old scummy St Kilda left on Fitzroy
Okay.
Street.
Apart from all the prozzies.
Oh, they're
They've all
gone.
moved
They're
on.
gone,
Is it?
mate. Yeah,
They
it's
moved
all
up
over.
Oh,
Grey
yeah.
Street or the other Greville. Is it Greville Street?
Yeah,
Grieve
yeah.
Street near
Grieve.
Barclay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Grieve.
Well,
Everyone's
you'll be grieving
around
over
there.
that.
someone at the Gatwick got stabby with the old...
Oh, it's just well renowned for scary debauchery, if you like.
Okay.
But I know someone who was walking past there one night and she only described it as a thing. A thing came out and screamed at her,
golem.
going, "Fucking die!" And
I probably will one day.
But
So
yes, Channel 9 have bought the building now. They're doing
the
block.
going to be haunted. Your apartment that you buy there,
It is,
Yeah.
isn't it?
100%.
That is one of our getting to bro you questions. Ghosts, real or fakesies? How do you feel about it? You're allowed to say whatever you like.
I do
Don't say that, babe.
believe
You do?
in ghosts.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so do I.
Sasquatch.
I would love to believe in the Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
That's exactly right.
Sasquatch.
Old Bigfoot.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, but I don't know about that
So
one.
the Yeti and the Yowie, they're
Well,
all
is
in the
the
same.
Yeti from North America or is it an Antarctica thing?
That's the white one.
I
from
think they're
Star
at the top.
Wars,
I think
isn't
up,
it?
up the top.
Oh, that's the scary thing in the cave.
Yeah, the Yowie.
Yeah.
The Yowie.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the Yowie and what about the Bunyip, the Australian Bunyip?
Bunyip, that's the word.
'Cause we were talking about it last week. I thought Yowie was
a bunyip.
yeah, but Bunyip's the real name of it. So what's the difference between a Yowie and a Bunyip?
I don't know what a Yowie is, but I know when I went up to Mansfield a couple of years ago and did some horse riding, and they were telling me some folklore stories,
Right.
Okay.
local stories about the Bunyip saving someone's life.
From the bunyip.
The Bunyip saved a guy.
Are
Yeah.
we talking like man size, small size, snack
I think it's
size,
like
bite
the
size?
probably Australian version of a Bigfoot. I think that's probably
Okay.
kind of how they
I
described it.
kind of like have in my head it's more like a gobbledock. You know that the chip guy that used to come down and steal
Oh, the
like a
hairy
gob-
thing dude. Like,
That guy?
That guy.
Chippies.
Yeah. What about?
He's recently come back on the TV. I've
It
seen.
sure has.
Like-
They're bringing them all back. Why not? Why resurgence of all the fucking ideas that someone made
that's
money.
right.
But
They
Shell's
fixed the
Neighborhood.
car.
Do you remember that show? Shell's
one?
Neighborhood
No.
with
Shirley Strong.
Shirley Strong, and it had the crow in it.
Yep.
Claude the crow.
Yes.
It was actually a bunyip
Right.
in that show, and it was like up there with Fat Cat and
Oh my
what's
god.
that guy?
Humphrey.
Humphrey.
Oh, Humphrey.
Humphrey.
He didn't have any pants.
No.
He was
he
not
was
wearing
Humphrey.
pants. He was Humphrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Ken doll.
Yeah. But smoother.
Androgynous.
Yeah.
a
It was a
great
great
hat.
place for a break. We'll have a quick commercial
And top
break
up
here.
our peppermint tea.
Yeah, and our water. And we'll be right back in one moment, please.
Do you want popularity, power, and unlimited success? Well, I have a secret, and here's the best part. It costs you money. Hi, I'm Rudolph Bernstein, owner and CEO of the Melting Faces Cosmetic Laboratories. In ancient Peruvian tribes, a wise man could tell his future and the future of others. How, you ask? The secret was he was born with a third nipple. Now, and exclusively, at our Melting Faces Cosmetic Labs, we can bring fantasy into reality. We attach a third nipple anywhere on your body, so you too can have unlimited Peruvian-inspired success to your life with our third nipple attachment surgery. The risks are minimal, but the benefits are endless. So come on down and unleash the power of the third nipple today. Melting Faces Cosmetic Laboratories, off-ramp 7456 Gecko Avenue, Wichita.
Wichita.
Is that Wichita?
That's Wichita.
Wichita.
We like Tallahassee. That's our favourite. There you go.
That was
Right.
a little break.
Yeah.
Very good.
For that.
Just a quick break. Okay, so the second part
Tim, now think about what you're about to say here.
is we take a movie.
Yes.
A
and we
movie?
pick scenes from the film.
Right.
And then we search YouTube, search Google
Yeah.
for news stories that reflect scenes from that movie, but in real life.
Right. Okay.
So they've been trying to get it in one sentence, and
I mean, every
You failed
episode I
again.
change it. Yeah, every episode I change the explanation just a slight bit, but essentially it's the same thing. We pick a movie and then we talk about scenes from it.
there
Okay.
you go. That's much better.
But it's not
But
directly talking about scenes from it. We talk about news stories that relate to scenes from it.
Mm.
Okay, mark that down. I'll write that down. So we don't say what the name of the film is, but we are going to allude to clues, and I think it's going to be pretty obvious once we get into it because, yeah.
Let's just hear one, Tim.
Alien abduction victim claims extraterrestrials revealed the meaning of life to him.
Oh, do tell.
But this kind of contrasts with the news story at the start with the 666 Satan spinners.
Right.
Okay, a man took a conspiracy forum to reveal the truth, inverted commas, behind the alien life and the origins of the universe. The Star reports that the man whose claims are obviously unverified, of course, wrote a detailed account of his experience, inverted commas, with an alien abductors. Among his eyebrow-raising revelations is the claim that the universe was not created by the Big Bang, inverted commas. Instead, insisting that the aliens revealed the true origins of all life, a godlike being known as the
Yahweh?
One. Yahweh. The One. What's more is he also claims that the aliens are able to telepathically communicate with one another. We know that.
Yeah.
And are capable of speaking wordlessly, which means telepathically,
Yes.
by sending brainwaves through space. Same thing again. According to the alleged abductee, it was through telepathic communications that the alien first made themselves known to him.
Sin? Thoughts?
That's what... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting revved up now. I'm just
Please.
getting really revved up.
Yeah.
In the context of the movie, especially, they don't ever address that point about the telepathic communication. There's the whole sound thing. Like,
There
at
is.
the end.
In the film,
yeah,
the film we're talking about?
the film we're talking about. And it's like... And filmed in mathematics, because they did address the longitude and latitude points of where they supposedly had to go and meet them.
Yep.
Which made me think, like, do all planets have the same sort of longitude, latitude
yeah.
coordinates?
Yeah.
Like, how the hell do they know Earth's longitude and latitude system?
Yeah.
True.
Have they really been
True.
watching us
but
that long
is it like that they
to
calculate...
learn about us?
Yeah, they know so much.
They know so much.
Do they all follow the laws of mathematics, going back to mathematics, that's the
The
universal
metric
law.
system. Do
So
follow
they
the
know
metric of the
based on
imperial?
our size, our shape, assuming that it's round, and all the other factors, that they could probably calculate our longitude.
they're not-
Assumptions.
Yeah.
It
They
is.
can't
Make
just...
a-
Why
They,
should we,
Asset
as the
of
viewer, have to
UFO.
think that?
Pardon?
Why, as us, as the viewer of the film, have to assume that they...
I think because of the age of the film, it was probably introducing the concepts of UFOs through Hollywood. And that particular director, for some reason, had an obsession with that. And the movie he made after it with that thing that looked like Mary Magdalene riding around in a basket on a bike.
yeah, true.
Like,
True.
what?
Yeah.
I still haven't actually seen that film.
you
But
haven't seen
should.
E.T.
I've never seen E.T.
You will cry. You will
You
laugh.
haven't
Because
seen
it's
You will-
so
been out
bad.
2
Because
years.
it looks
Haven't
bad.
you seen it yet?
Well, I have a love-hate relationship with this chosen film. The first time I watched it, I did actually cry at the end. This time, I was like, is
You're-
it over yet?
I was
Right.
angry
Yeah.
after watching it. Yeah.
It's just like, I went to the toilet, I came back, and it's still going. God, make it stop.
So
And then I realized I could turn it
he
off.
doesn't get abducted, but he does... he has come in
gets the messages.
contact with them.
Yeah.
And then he's
you can't
is he
stop
receiving
seeing a visual
So
of
is that
the Devil's Tower.
telepathic?
Well, that's what I was thinking it might be, but it wasn't a form of constant communication.
No,
it was
it's just like a calling.
vision. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we did give a clue in the introduction. This means something. And yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's
I
all
clued
clicking
on
now.
there.
Yep. And my little thing here about this alien abduction victim, it's basically saying that it's God. That the Big Bang wasn't the start of the universe. It was actually created by a God who they call the One.
Yahweh.
So
Yahweh. Elohim.
yeah.
how does that twizzle your nizzles?
Well, here's a personal story for you.
Please do.
Get to know me, bro.
Yeah.
But when I was 19, I drove up to Byron Bay with some girlfriends and
You're all discovering your bodies.
discovering all sorts of other
Sisterhood of the
things.
travelling pants.
That's right. God, that car stunk by the time we got up there.
Is it?
But yeah, I was like heading out Melbourne. I think I was up near almost Seaford, Shepparton Way, and in myself, as I was driving, I had this moment where I was like, I cannot believe I mutated through evolution. Like, I just could not believe it. I didn't understand how. I always had like, it was almost like a bit of an out-of-body experience where I became very conscious of my body and the fact my arms were holding a steering wheel, that man, you know, made this vehicle and I'm traveling all this way, blah, blah, blah.
Is this when your friend Sarah said, I'll take over the driving?
Hand me the bong.
Yeah.
Huge bats.
The bats, man, the bats.
Pretty close. But yeah, then we got up to Byron and then we went to a little town called Bungalow and they were having a market and
It's not called Bungalow, is it?
no, pretty close.
Yeah.
But there was this guy selling like really tacky prints of dolphins in frames.
I love it.
Like amazing, almost like the Magic Eye kind of stall.
Yeah.
And he had this little table out the front with all these secondhand books. And one of the books was called Let's Welcome Our Fathers from Space. And I said to him, what's this book about? He's like, it's a really interesting read. And I'm like, how much is it? And he said, $20.
Oh.
And I said, that's a gram. I'm not spending that on a book.
I'll give it to you.
And he gave it to me for free. And at the
So
time,
it wasn't worth anything then.
Well, I wasn't a big reader. I hated English growing up. I was definitely a maths and science girl, and I couldn't put the book down. I found it fascinating. And then I came back to Melbourne and met up with the people who are known as Raliens. And they do believe that aliens or extraterrestrial or
interdimensional.
I don't know if it went interdimensional, but definitely more sophisticated scientifically. Those beings discovered this planet, could support life. The Garden of Eden was actually the laboratory where they created us. They'd mastered genetic kind of science. So it resonated with me being a science person.
And having had this little mini experience on the way up,
exactly. It was just a bit serendipitous that happened. But so I denounced my Catholic religion.
Excellent.
And got baptized as a Ralien.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which involved some sort of ceremony where I
didn't involve a rail.
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, my DNA got transferred to the
motherlode.
To the mothership.
Yeah, it didn't get transferred to some other guy though, did it? Coming to the Ralien
VD.
Room.
Yeah,
that's right.
Transfer your DNA.
No, it was really interesting. Like every Sunday, get together for a barbecue and just talk.
So you still practicing Ralien?
No, it definitely did. I do. If any of the Raliens are listening out there, you were awesome people.
Peace, love,
but
and beans.
when your people come down from Sydney and tell me that I need to stand on the corner of Burke Street talking about Ralienism to other people and trying to convert them, you can fuck off. That just destroyed
That's when it becomes
the beauty. Exactly.
Yeah.
And the other thing that didn't resonate with me in the end was that they don't believe in a soul. And that's where, like, we're just genetic, physical matter. And I understand that too, but the fact that I believe in ghosts and I've had my own personal experience with,
clashes with your beliefs.
I do believe in reincarnation and the soul. I have to believe in the soul.
Because you've seen it. You've seen something that's going, well, I know that this is... This can't work. I can't have both. Can't have my Raliens and my ghosts.
So
exactly.
Can't have both.
So
Contrast.
slightly back on theme for 1 second. The guy in the film witnesses something, which is his trigger point, sets off his path. So have you had your own sighting?
I've had something I can't explain. I've had two things. Yes,
Okay,
I used to live in Armidale and I was walking home from Toorak Station and on the phone.
Late at night. It was a dark night, just like this one.
Dark and rainy night.
Winds were blowing.
And I was on the phone and I looked up and I pretty much think I saw the DeLorean streak across the sky.
Sweet.
Yep.
Sick.
Bright blue lines of
DeLorean.
DeLorean.
Yeah, sweet.
And I was on the phone to someone. I was like, I just fucking saw the DeLorean, scream across the sky. What the fuck
Who is
was
this?
that?
Marty. Yeah.
Yeah.
1.21 gigawatts.
It's your kids.
Because we were up at Mount Eliza.
Yeah.
With a friend of ours, Paul Grace.
Yep.
And we were sitting by the fire, and we saw a it must have been a asteroid or something like that. Something burning up in the atmosphere, because
Cool.
it wasn't one of those, you say flying stars. It's just a little quick flash with a little line, you see it and you go, oh, it's a shooting star. This was like, it went from, do you remember this? Went
Horizon
from one
to horizon.
horizon to the other, one full line, one continuous line went all the way over. And we're like, what the fuck? It actually exceeded our point of amazement. Like when you go, wow, did you see that? It was so long, we were just like, what the fuck are we looking at?
It wasn't.
You
It
had
wasn't
time
quick.
to-
It was slow. Like
it was
nice,
slow, and it went across. It was
beautiful.
continuous. It didn't like. It
Yeah.
didn't like fade away until it was all the way over. It was one big line. That was trippy
Very
as.
trippy.
But when you start seeing things and you start looking for them, you see things.
More pop
Right.
out.
You
More
see
when
more
you're
stuff.
aware of them.
Yeah, and then you got to be careful that it's not just your imagination, I suppose.
True.
But, the other thing was when I was living in Armidale, I was a bit reckless and left the windows on my ground floor apartment open all the time.
Yeah.
And this one night, I woke up to something jumping on my bed, and like it slid off and ran out. And I can't. I just, to me, because I became paralyzed with fear after that.
That was me.
Was that?
Yeah.
Jez. Could have given me a kiss and a cuddle at least. Jesus
sorry. Next
Christ.
time.
Yeah, it just felt like a small child.
Yeah. Okay. What about?
I've got no idea what that was. It
What
could
do
have
they,
been my
what do they call it when you're paralyzed?
I'm crazy. Commit me.
What's the when you're asleep but you're paralyzed?
Sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis. Yeah. Or a cat.
It could have been a cat, but it felt bigger than a cat.
Yeah.
Like I just can't. I can't describe.
So
Like,
you would say that was, I don't know, something like an encounter, like a
Close
close
kind of encounter.
close
Something.
encounter.
I reckon that sounds
Close
like
and a
that.
third
That's when it happens the third time. That's when it's really.
yeah.
So we've had our second kind, haven't we? When you see the UFO.
You witness it, but we witnessed. No, we've had a couple of group witnesses witness things
Of UFO, or
Yeah.
or rather an astral body.
No,
UFO.
UFOs.
Okay.
So we're like the listeners have heard
Cool.
the stories a lot of times, but the quick story
I have
is
new ears.
Yeah.
one was in Oakley. We were with a group of people heading towards Oakley.
Yep. Towards the city, sort of from Denmark
all
Road,
together,
probably.
all facing the same way, and then we saw three lights in a triangle formation, and one was fading out and turning off, and then that would come back as that one would go out, and they were in some kind of a sequence, but not going around in sequence. They were just randomly going, but when one was off, the other one was on.
Do you think it was part of a single ship or three
It
separate ships?
felt like three separate. That
Yeah.
they were
Because the way they
talking to each
left
other.
at the end was one at a time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Up
right.
into
Oh,
the,
cool.
into
So
the
we saw
atmosphere.
the whole
Yeah.
thing. So I was going across, and we're like, we had a long time to contemplate it all. Does everybody see it? Were we seeing the same thing?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, what is that?
Holy shit, have
Actually,
you
what the
seen
fuck
this,
is
man?
that?
Yeah.
What the hell is that? And because there was three of them, you couldn't put it down to any other thing apart from a mysterious.
Or a sky fidget machine.
Yeah.
Because it kind of like
Yeah.
it's kind of like the fidget up.
So and they were turning, so it would rotate left, but all together, and then go back to the right in the position it originated from, and then it would fully turn around. Oh, it didn't fully turn around. It was just sort of like cruising, and as it cruised across the sky, it was sort of doing a combination between the light sequence and rotating.
Yeah.
But rotating back, and then it went off to pretty much over Oakley and beyond.
and beyond.
And then they exited one at a time. And we were just like, what the fuck?
And so we've been telling that story for years.
Years.
Dan was there as well, another Potter.
Yeah.
And always try to find footage of something like that, or, you know, doing the research. But Tim has actually found it, haven't you? Like the sort of the exact kind of...
because I scour, like I said, I scour the YouTubes many
Hours a
many
day.
hours that I shouldn't really be doing, right? I go, I'm going to find some material for the podcast today, and then I end up looking at UFO videos for like 4 hours. It's just a thing. It's just a thing I do. But I've come across many videos that are like, so the lights were orange.
Yeah.
So quite distinctive colouring, you know. And the shape, and I've found many videos that I've been able to send to Jeremy and say, this is it, right?
This is what we
This
saw.
is what we fucking saw. And that's from all around the world.
How long ago was this?
Easily
2000?
2000.
Right.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
So my point is that, and then tying back to what I was saying earlier, that once you have your first contact, then you're able to notice things a lot more. So you ask somebody if they've seen a UFO, and they'll usually say, yeah, I've saw some weird stuff on more than one occasion. Or they say, no, I've never seen anything, it's all bullshit. So I can't even tell you how many times I've seen shit that I can't explain.
Yeah.
Just too much shit. With always with a witness.
but I've been driving the car with Tim, and he'll be like, oh my God, what is that?
What is that? Oh, it's a helicopter.
It's a helicopter.
Oh my God, what is that?
What is that?
It's a star.
That's a bird, dude.
Yeah. Oh my God, what is that? That's the moon. Is it though? Or is that a big space station?
It's a bird shit on your windscreen. It's
Yeah.
like a blob of white magma.
Maybe you'd like to come. We're going on a galaxy quest
Yeah.
to
Love
Wilson's
that movie.
Prom, a
Totally. I'll be there.
3-hour hike
Yep.
with a group. Well, originally it was a group of about 12 people that we went. No, it was about eight of us.
Yeah.
And we witnessed something on the beach, which you'll have to listen to the other podcast because people are getting sick of fucking hearing that story. But the short story is we
Was
want
it a couple having sex?
It was
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was
amazing.
me.
Do tell
wasn't it?
again.
That went for 45 minutes. We were sitting there for 45 minutes watching this thing, and it got to the point where
Long session.
people that
Yeah.
we were with were going, no, we're not seeing anything. Started denying what we were seeing. Like, no. And it
Really?
was like, there was really mixed reactions within the group of what we were seeing and who was prepared to stay down there and watch it for longer. Jeremy and I stayed down there for longer. People just went, fuck this, I'm fucking going back to the camp. This is all bullshit. Nothing's happening. Like, it was really weird. So,
Had they experienced something before?
no.
Yeah.
But we were already privy to our experience. So we were like, no, we're fucking watching this because this thing's going to disappear, or we're going to see something that's going to be like
Groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking.
The
proof.
smoking gun.
Since then, everybody that we've talked to about that experience has a different version of it,
Oh, okay.
varying from how far it was, the movement, what it was actually doing, how long it went for, who was there, all this kind of stuff. So, have you heard about conjuring UFOs? UFO conjuring?
no, I have not.
Okay, so there's
Really?
a couple of ways.
No
Right.
way.
There's a
Yeah.
couple of ways to do it. Let me just say, allegedly.
Your
The
Honor.
listeners say, Your
I
Honor.
allegedly conjured a UFO.
So it's using pure thought and sort of a meditative sort of idea of like accepting that they're there and inviting them into your vision.
Into your vision,
like,
right? And then if you do it with
into your mind's eye.
yeah, if you do it with a combination of people that
or
are
your
fidget
eye,
spinner.
or your
privy
eye's
to it.
eye.
Oh, yeah.
Not even your mind's eye. In your like legit, you could see them.
You can actually
Okay.
see it. So there's a couple of processes, and there's a guy that goes. I think Stephen Greer does it in the desert in America. And if you don't know who he is, just Google it.
Yeah.
He conducts ceremonies. So I guess there's ceremonies or whatever you call it, where they conjure sightings, and it's so far hasn't.
It's a bit
failed.
dangerous.
Well, is it? Or
Is it?
Is it?
Is
Is
it?
it like playing with a Ouija board? Because what aliens are you actually conjuring? Who is driving these things? Oh,
Wow.
there are bad
No,
things
it's
out
deep.
there.
It is. There are bad
But
things.
like back to the, I mean, who is driving these UFOs?
Who is?
Because there's talk of the US trading Puerto Rico with the Greys for so the Greys can have their underground base in Puerto Rico.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
So
I like
for
that.
the tech, and they could be the ones driving, which then be kind of weird that you could conjure the US military in a UFO.
Now,
Well, the thing about it is, right, you got Roswell. Roswell happens. And then we, allegedly, retrieve the technology from crashed spacecraft.
Allegedly.
Okay?
Right.
Allegedly. So,
And we're smart enough.
and we're smart enough to
And
back
excel
it.
reverse
to
reverse
reverse
engineering.
Reverse
really.
engineering.
See, I
So-
think our science is still quite primitive.
Yeah, okay. But they reckon that the things that they've retrieved from Roswell that they can credit to what they found is Teflon. Okay?
Teflon.
So,
Okay.
Teflon, that
Yep.
surface that
Yep.
you can
They
cook on.
non-stick.
So a way to cook eggs.
Great.
Good.
Great.
Awesome.
Alien technology.
Velcro.
Fiber optics,
Okay.
which is pretty cool for those fantasy lamps in the 60s.
Wireless
Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yep.
And
A Breville machine.
a jump one. Yeah, but like, I think it's going to come down to like we find
boron
out
on
that
the
these
list?
these aliens have all these amazing technologies, but by the time they're integrated into our lives, we're going to go, what? We fucking
We've already
It's an
got
iPhone
Wi-Fi.
3G.
yeah, that's all it is. Do you know what I mean?
with no Bluetooth capability.
Yeah,
Talking about we got to credit being able to
I
cook
can't implant it.
eggs sunny side up, thanks to the aliens, and you know.
Yeah.
I
Have
don't
you
know.
seen the experiments with boron and being able to make that particular metal levitate?
I
It's
have
actually
seen that.
good.
I have
It's
seen
Yeah, is that pretty cool?
Levitation.
Yeah, it kind of made me go off, a bit of an endeavour to
Ralienism?
try it.
Okay.
No, I left it behind by that stage, but I was really keen to build my own UFO for a little bit there.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I was trying to
Well, I
source the materials
might have to
Yeah.
look that one up.
Teflon,
I've
fiber optics, Wi-Fi.
and
Done.
a bit of boron.
I've
That'd
been.
be
I said it last week. I've been down the rabbit hole of fake NASA footage, so
Oh.
I might have to. So
Ooh,
good,
I
isn't
love
it?
it.
So
Yeah.
juicy
Oh, I
that
just
one.
love it.
I love it. It's so fake. So fake.
I
The
love
footage
composite
is fake.
images
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
together in
Yeah.
Photoshop.
It's just like
Okay, so let's just word up our listeners to go and research. What's a good search to find that stuff out?
the fake NASA one. ISS, International Space Station, fake footage
Fake footage.
of when they're floating.
Did
in
you
the
see
air.
that footage I sent you the other day?
I did. I missed that one, man.
Basically, it's but how have they been faking it since the 60s?
Hmm.
So the idea is that they've been faking all of the
Yep.
trips into space. So we haven't
Yep.
actually done it.
It's either
blah,
There's
film-
a couple of
Let's
reasons
not
why.
go. Let's not go into it just yet because there's a whole other podcast in it. The short story is how they do it in the 60s.
In a big
Okay,
swimming
because
pool.
there's the
Yes, that's right.
there's the
Yeah.
craft. They do it underwater,
Yep.
and they do it at the scale of Thunderbirds.
Oh yeah.
Right, so giant models. And the footage that I sent you, which I'll send to you straight away, is when the that shuttle that we all know and
I
love,
love so much.
the plane-looking shuttle that
Yeah.
can re-enter.
Mm.
That's deploying one of its little things that's
Satellites
spinning
or
out,
something.
and like you can clearly see a puppeteer behind it winding the thing, and he's there, and his head is giant.
Love it.
Right, you can
Epic
see the scale
NASA
of it.
fail.
It's so cool.
He's
Yeah,
supposed to be in the
that's
dark,
it.
but you can
There's a
totally see
little
it.
tea lamp at the background.
You can totally see
Yeah.
it. It's fucking.
Do you know, like when they're doing, it'll be a shot of space through the window of the vehicle,
Yeah.
and you see all the dancing lights, the little dancing
The
lights.
reflection.
It's bubbles.
All
It's like
right.
air bubbles going past the.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got another little thing here
Mm.
on topic to the movie.
That stupid kid. I wanted to punch that kid
That
so
fucking
bad.
kid.
Fucking kid.
Yeah,
That little, was he retarded?
I guess so.
I think he might as well have
Was he
been licking
retarded?
windows through that whole thing before he got abducted. Like, Jesus, then when he came,
Yeah.
why did he have to return?
Are we going to reveal the movie?
No, we're not revealing the
Oh.
movie yet, but we will reveal like how do you know whether you've been abducted if you can't remember it? How do you know?
You have pain in certain areas.
Let's have a look because I've got a list, and I'm not going to go through them all
Probed.
because when I went through it, they've
Can't
compiled
wait.
a list.
I can't wait to get probed.
There's 72 points I'm going to go through right now. No, they've
Of how do you know you've been
of how do you know
abducted?
signed. So let me just see if you suffer from any of these things. Then we'll know,
Yep.
right?
Is bleeding
Take me
noses?
to-
Bleeding nose is one of them.
Bleeding noses.
Because I had a crack.
Drinking heavily the night before. Wake up with a headache. Sweats, night sweats. Lost time. Okay, a period of time from minutes to several days in which you cannot recall what happened to you. We've all done that while we're driving. So I'm going to say yes
Yes.
on that one.
Okay.
Unusual marks on your body, like scars, scoop marks, laser cuts, series of ankle or wrist or back, and any scars unable to explain them. Yes?
Yep.
Okay.
Little bites.
Little bites?
Yeah,
Just
just
kidding.
had a
Mozzie
bit of
bites?
nibble, bit of
Yeah.
like two right next to each other. Like
Yeah.
Too close?
the count came and visited last night.
Ah.
Yeah.
Slipped through the old window and
Jumped on your bed and...
slithered off.
Realised my blood wasn't as tasty as you thought.
Tapping or humming noises. So tinnitus.
Oh, yeah.
You got tinnitus?
Yeah.
Nah, don't.
Oh, after I go to a gig, definitely.
I say yes. That's 3 for 3. Fucking hell. Seen a UFO? We've covered that. Yep. The need to travel. A compulsion to travel without explanation. So, like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
I'm going to Bali.
I gotta
Just
go
can't
north.
Going to
I have
Bali?
to go to Bali.
Gotta go north. Yeah.
Gotta go
Fucking hell,
north.
So far, so
Fly
Yeah.
north
Very fast.
for the winter.
good. Unable to sleep.
Yeah, I get
yep,
that.
Yep.
This one says sperm samples. You believe you had
needs more
intercourse
pineapple
in the
juice.
night or have semen extracted from your body. You believe that?
Is that what they're calling you?
I think that's-
masturbating now?
I think that's what they call
I got extracted last night.
Yeah.
No. I
swear to
God. Milked. You got
can't.
milked.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll put that down to a wet dream. Have you had a wet dream?
Yes. There's some people
Don't answer that.
don't. Anyway,
We're going to the dreams of flying.
all the time.
You've had flying dreams?
Yeah, I haven't had it for a while though.
Okay. You're due for an abduction. That's why.
Yeah, that's right.
Cosmic awareness.
Oh,
You
yeah.
said that when you were
Yeah.
driving and you had
Big
some kind
time.
of cosmic awareness?
Big
Oh,
time.
shit. So far, so good.
Are you being abducted right now? Is that what's happening?
by two
Okay.
lovely gentlemen.
Self-esteem
Right.
problems. Yeah?
Oh yeah,
Okay, cool.
Everyone's
I'm a
got-
chick.
Back or neck problems.
Oh man, I've
Yeah.
had my back crack yesterday.
This sounds like...
The recipe of a wimp.
No. Yeah, what is it? Paranormal, experiencing psychic or odd experiences, including intuition or, I'm going to say, all ghost-related sightings. Okay.
Both intuition.
Are you
insane.
going through the 72, Tim? Just I need to know.
Well, I'm
how
going
long
to go
I'm gonna
until
hold my
we. I'm
bladder.
going to go until we go no.
Okay.
So far, it's all been yes. So I have to keep going.
Pick one that's really juicy, like.
Okay.
Like
This
you
one's-
come back and you don't have
Oh.
a reflection in the mirror.
Yeah.
This one. Okay, number 59.
Vampirism.
Dreams of things coming through the window. No shit. That's fucking weird. That's really weird. So I think you've been abducted.
Definitely. I would say 100% you
Well, I
have
thoroughly
been.
enjoyed it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Time
you
of
go,
my
but
life.
You can't
Yeah.
remember it.
It's cracked it out.
Can't remember it. And many,
Elvis was there.
many more.
I don't reckon they need to take us against our will. I reckon there'd be plenty of people putting their
Well,
hands
that
up
was-
going, just take me, I'll fucking go. and
Yeah,
get
but in the
That was the end of the
in
film.
the 60s.
Yeah.
That was the end of the film.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, do you want to
He
reveal the
was
film?
So happy to go.
Yeah, if you want to milk
Old Richard
my sperm.
Dreyfuss.
You want my sperm?
all
Take
day.
It. Take it.
Take it all day.
So, what do you want to? Who wants to reveal the
Dealer's choice. You
dealer's
can-
choice? Well, guest choice.
The film was A Close Encounter of a Third Kind.
There you go.
And you have very strong feelings about that movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
this round researching for this podcast made me just so angry.
Frustrated.
with that film.
So angry.
Frustrated.
You can watch. You can watch these things on double speed as well.
Yeah,
Double time.
yeah, that one you might want to do that because it's painful at some points.
And
Very-
you
very
can go,
colourful. Oh,
Didn't dig it. Didn't dig that.
Nah,
But they were greys. Greys with long arms, weren't they?
Were they short greys?
they were short greys
Short
except
greys.
for the one that came out at the end.
Yeah, because
He looked like E.T. from what I think ET looks like, from what I've seen about the posters.
Okay.
So that's where I got confused. I actually almost thought that I started watching ET when I
think
saw
they
that.
do.
Is that a loss of
close
time?
to-
I've blacked out, lost time.
I've
now
signed up-
watching
ET. Yeah.
Steven Spielberg UFO masturbation marathon. It was just
Yeah. You'll ET will frustrate you then.
too
Steven.
much.
It's totally not.
Steven Spielberg, am I right, guys?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hear
Right?
that.
Am I right?
Oh, I hear that.
What I found really interesting though was they were all obsessed with the little planes, little UFOs,
Yeah.
and they thought they were just dealing with that. So the one thing I learned from that movie is that there always is a mothership,
Yeah,
Always.
it's always a bigger
Always.
shit. It's always a bigger shit.
and they shat themselves when that thing came down.
Sure.
To the point where I think every single one of their facial expressions really had "I am an ant and I don't know why I'm here anymore."
Yeah.
Like it was just
That's the
Just
takeaway.
Broken my brain.
that was a bit of a takeaway. Yeah.
So Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah.
Dreyfuss.
He leaves with him, doesn't he?
He
And
does.
does the kid stay?
The kid goes back to the mum. Bloody
Okay.
hell.
So he
Yeah.
left his wife.
He left his wife and his kids. Yeah.
There was a few of them that went. He wasn't the
Because-
only one. There was a
No,
group of
well,
them.
they were chosen by the particular
Greys.
government body. Nah,
Oh,
because they
no,
lined
they were
they
selected, okay.
they were being like blessed by a priest at the end, and they were clearly all jumpsuited up by this government body who was doing the.
So is that Steven Spielberg's desperate
Communication.
attempt to sort of go, "Oh, we better. This is a complete breach of religious belief. If we have a priest blessing them, then I've covered all bases."
Maybe,
I reckon.
but they got lined up, and then the little fellas came out of the ship and picked Richard Dreyfuss out of all of them, and then pretty much almost like.
Probe the
know.
shit out of him.
Oh, what have I
Their super long 30-centimeter fingers.
Yeah.
But there was an element of religion, like
They desperately
Always.
need to
Steven
tie.
It was just
into-
bizarre.
Yeah,
Always doing that.
yeah.
Steven
he's-
Spielberg.
back on the religious aspect.
Mhm.
Because his family, Richard Dreyfuss's family, completely kind of disowned him as some nut job
Yeah.
after he turned the living room into a mud pile that resembled Devil's Tower in
Mashed
Wyoming.
potato pile.
And the mashed potato pile, which is where it started. But like, he had visions that were brought on to him by the UFOs, but they still treated him like a crazy person. But that kind of sounded very familiar to people having visions that are described in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Yeah.
kind of brought this religious thing to me going, they weren't really considered crazy,
Yeah.
even though they'd had a vision of God.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
or were they? And
I've seen God, I've seen the devil. Oh, that's okay. I saw a UFO. You're fucking crazy.
exactly.
I would say that as
Exactly.
soon as you say God told me,
Yeah.
People do think you're crazy.
I will.
The
God told
one.
me.
The one.
But then,
told
yeah,
you.
the one told me.
And I
but then,
think
if we
after-
say the aliens told me, you are crazy. But that's the way that it's all set up to. It's a perfect thing. We bring
Perfect
down each
cover
other.
to-
We're our own police. We're our own
with
thought
religious
police.
organisations.
We
which we're
we
met.
worked through that, and apparently half of our audience are going to think we're crazy. The other
The other
half,
half, we're right there with
that's right.
yep on each one of those abduction things.
And I might get a weird science in up in there, Tim. And
and
Clothes.
that's it.
And that's
and, yeah, and zip it up. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it.
well, yeah, as you were saying, Tim, thanks for coming in, CynCity, or
Pleasure.
just CynCity.
Cincinnati, Cincinnati.
Yeah, and Tim, once again, thanks for having us in the studio. And also out there, thanks for listening. And on behalf
Yes,
of
thank
Turnstile
you.
Records presents the Escape Pods, go love yourself. I'm JezBot.
I am Timmy
Should have
Taco.
done that the other way around.
CynCity.
Beautiful. All right. See you later. Peace out.
Good
All right.
night.
Love you.
Bye. Love you. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. The ship will self-destruct in exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Who are you? One pod left. And the three of us.
The escape pod. The escape pod. What if there are droids in the escape pod? The sensors wouldn't pick them up.
Escape pods is really nice.
Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should look out. Goodbye.